Is there a back way out of this place?
Of course there is, Lee, but this is one Santa that's going out the front door.
Christmas parade will be going to Hyde Park Barracks in London, where the Queen's Lifeguard is preparing for Christmas Day ceremonial duties. And the children of the Scots Guards will be joined by a host of...
A man of miracles, I witness with my visuals. He's still in the business. Be careful who you listen to when they try to get at you, like if it's real. Like...
A Merry Christmas to all of you at home.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, indeed, it is. I think it's Christmas. We've been checked out all month, okay? Literally. We had that election, and then Trump won, and it was just so fraught, right? And everybody just kind of like went, wait, what? It's been a weird month and a half, 2 months since then. But like, I don't know, I think Christmas being on Wednesday, baby, means New Year's on Wednesday. Everybody's like, oh, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. We're nearly at Friday. And then we need to get 2 weeks off, right? That's basically where most people are. Not for me, of course. I will be here manning the forts, ladies and gentlemen. I will be manning the pumps. You know me. Come wind, come rain, shine. Doing. There you go. Not so Christmassy over there. There you go. Back over here. Oh, look, very festive. What do you want? Oh, man. If I could, I'd have a Christmas tree. I love Christmas trees. What's my dog or my cat? Hello, Daisy. How you doing? I thought Mummy was home. No? Anyway, we have a lot to talk about. Oh, boy, we have a lot to talk about. We got Season 7 news drop. No trailer. The leak must have screwed them up, right? No trailer. I thought it would be Season 7. So what season they have left now? Al? They got, in the color, right? So they got 7, 8, 9, 10. They don't have 11, right? That's, they don't put his final one. Then they don't have 13 and 16. That's 3. And then they have 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 or 20, which will be 17, 18, 19, 20. They don't season 21, right? So now let's count. Well, we got to start again. We got we have 3, 4, 21, and we got 22, 23, 20. Yeah, okay, we got 4 more color and 3 more black and white. It's what, 2-3 years? I think 3 years, and the Rangers done. Oh. And will there be a new format? Who knows? Who knows? I hope not. I mean, this range is right now it's perfect, right? No need to add anything, right? So what? I wonder what Sean's going to be next. Season 7 is obviously going to be a 2025 release. I'm going to say season 27. And I don't know. I would certainly hold off on doing any black and white seasons now. I was so freaked out when I listened to Downstream with the Mid-Journey Doctor Who guy who knows AI way better than I do. And I had no idea you can use AI to redress, to reskin something, right? So, you could reshoot. This is what I've always said. You could reshoot, but just do it not on the stage, on a blue screen or something. Reshoot any classic story and have AI skin it into. You would have to have actors who could play the roles physically. So that's why I thought Stephen Noonan from the first Doctor, it'd be really good as to be a model for the second Doctor. It's his grandson, is it? What's his name? What is that guy's name? The guy was in Harry Potter. That's what. Harry Potter. Was it Dursleys. One of the Dursleys. Cast. Dursley's cast, I should say. Cast. Harry Melling. There you go. Harry, he's a. I mean, I think he'll be a great casting as a Doctor. I'll put him up. We're gonna get outputs over here. Doink. He's just got this very interesting naughty face, right? I can't believe it's the same kid from Harry Potter. Like he was the fat kid who was his mother's relative. They weren't very nice to him, right? They weren't very nice to him. This guy. That bloke, right? That bloke. He's a interesting and very physical actor. He's got that like dangerous quality to him. I know. I think. Look at him. I think he looks great, right? I think he'll be a great Doctor. Really, genuinely do. What was it? He was in The Legend of Buster Scruggs. Yeah, I mean, not so much. That wasn't such a great movie. Anyway, what does look like a great movie? Superman. Holy shit, was that a great teaser? I can't believe it's a teaser. I'm very teased right now. I am feeling very, very, very teased. And Russell Davies just wants Doctor Who to be for queer people, right? It's the only thing that matters to him, which he basically said yet again, right? But we got weird and wonderful stuff here. I mean, did I get into the politics stuff? I know. Nah, I'm going to give it a miss. I mean, there is that. What's that one? Hang on. What's this? We'll look at it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give it a miss tonight. The only thing... Okay, well, look at this one thing. This is the only politics clip we're doing tonight, and then we'll move on. Okay, doink. Because, again, if you're into this is really awesome, right? Absolutely fantastic. Look at what the face of eating bitter ashes looks like, right, on CNN. They are apoplectic.
Are with breaking news just into CNN. The Georgia prosecutor leading the state's election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump is now disqualified. CNN's Caitlin Polance is here with more. Caitlin, what can you tell us about this?
This woman should have been disqualified 100 times over. She was awful. Fannie Willis, right? And she was just weird, right? She was the one who said that, like, when they asked if she was giving money to a boyfriend who was also the chief witness or something, I can't remember, so involved somehow, right? And she said, well, I don't know. I just learned from my daddy, that just keep large sums of cash around. It's a black person thing, right? She was genuinely. I totally lost my face. Somebody sent me a thing. What was it about? I'm totally lost it. Right, so it flashed up. I was like, well, what's that? And then, let's go back to it. It was insane. Like, there's so many levels of conflict going on here. And CNN, I was just like, well, everything's normal.
Just coming in the last several minutes.
By the way, there was also there's a government shutdown coming on Saturday. And so what they do is they had all these extra things in this bill for government spending, including making it impossible to prosecute anybody on the J6 committee or get evidence. Right? It's like, okay,
this is a big development.
A big development, and a big development that Donald Trump has wanted for a long time. That case against him in Georgia, the criminal case, where it's accusing him and several others of a racketeering conspiracy.
What's the name of it? Hutchison? Cassidy Hutchison? Or was that there was some person who was like really screwed, right? They backed the wrong horse. Man, you backed the wrong horse now.
Related to the 2020 election. It's already been paused. Now,
I mean, there was somebody who was on Team Trump who flipped. Man, they must feel stupid.
Now, it's not even backburnered. This is a case that will be dead in the water because the Georgia Court of Appeals is now saying that Fani Willis, the leader of the prosecution against Donald Trump.
I have to tell you, isn't it really terrible? We got this, we got Alvin Bragg, and then they got Letitia James. They're all black, right? It makes the black world look stupid. Right? It makes them look like they shouldn't have any power. It's terrible. Right? This is where representation actually really matters. And these people are so stupid. Right? It's like the people who said believe women, apart from anybody who says Bill Clinton raped them. Right? They all these people look like idiots from Shatrice's hair salon on Judge Judy, right? They're all morons, and the fact they thought they would have got away with this had the good Lord not upended reality. But that notwithstanding, the complete desecration, of all American norms.
Trump, the district attorney in Fulton County, Georgia, she should be disqualified from being able to bring.
She's going to be disbarred.
In that case, the Georgia Court of Appeals is saying that it's a significant appearance of impropriety caused.
Yeah, significant appearance of impropriety because of the significant amount of impropriety.
By the conduct of a public prosecutor. That is Willis, how she behaved, how she was speaking about the case, about Trump publicly, about how she was having a relationship with the top prosecutor that was concealed in this, a man named Nathan Wade. All of that, previously, the trial level judge had looked at and said, Fani Willis can stay on this case. We're not dismissing the indictment, but the Court of Appeals is now
that's when they thought that Trump was going to lose.
Taking another look and saying, no, the trial judge was wrong. Fani Willis should be disqualified from continuing to lead this case. It would be a long process, or it will be a long process to replace her, which is why I say this case is dead in the water now without Fani Willis.
Yeah, and again, I love seeing the look of disgust on the face of the CNN people.
The person who was leading this case against Donald Trump in Fulton County. And just to keep tabs on how many cases there are against Donald Trump criminally.
None whatsoever.
The other two in federal court, January 6th, and classified documents, those are dismissed. And then the additional case in New York City.
Do you remember when they all said he's going to jail? This chain is going to jail.
Where he was set to be sentenced, that sentencing is now not happening. So as Donald Trump enters the presidency, each of these courts.
I thought there was a strong chance that the Secret Service would have to release him from jail to assume the presidency. I really thought there was a strong chance of that.
That is handling a criminal case is essentially removing that issue from him to have to deal with in any period of time in the near future.
All right, Kalen Polans.
It looks like he was crying in the interim, doesn't he? Oh, I love this.
Yeah, thanks for that added perspective. Let me bring in.
The interesting thing. Okay, look at that sad little face. The interesting thing is this, and we've all seen it. There isn't the resistance, right? The pushback, the screaming that there was in 2016. Now, why is that? I've been thinking about that, and you know what I think the answer is? I think that everybody looked at each other, and maybe nobody said it out loud, but they went, Jesus, our political decisions are kind of shitty, aren't they? We've been wrong about everything. It was good when Trump's around. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Let's not fight this one too strong, right? Because everything's really shitty now. And I think only the really, really nutball never Trumpers, right? Wouldn't be able to cope with that. Anyway, that's what's going on. Here's why AI is awesome, though. By the way, in that massive spending bill, there was a provision that you wouldn't be able to use AI to create erotic imagery. Now, it was ostensibly it was aimed at children, and I agree with that, right? That you shouldn't be able to make erotic imagery of children, but really it's for politicians, because this has been doing the rounds. This AI of Lauren Boebert and AOC, and suddenly I like them both a lot more. She's so much less annoying when she's not talking. I'm talking about AOC. Lauren Bowett's not annoying when she talks either. But it was absolutely to avoid things like that. Anyway, there was some stocking stuff. Let me show you some other stocking stuff that I'm sure you would all love. Oh man, I can't even remember this stuff. Magnum PI is a 3 3/4 inch figure. That's pretty lame for back in the day. Dan Magnum Private Invest. It looks nothing like Tom Selleck, right? I mean that looks more like, what's the name of the guy? He was one of Bros, wasn't he? Luke. Now he was in the movie High Rise. Everybody hated it apart from me. Now, I kind of liked it. I have to tell you, it's a weird movie. It's a very weird movie. Luke Evans. He looks more like Luke Evans, right? Than Tom Selleck. That's just weird. But you know, this is why AI is awesome. If you want to get an absolutely awesome Christmas present for your kid, this is the way to go, baby. This is absolutely the way to go.
I love you. Stupid horse! You gotta move or you'll die!
Childhood trauma edition. I love it. Right? With real mud. Okay, somebody sent me this and it looks awesome. Right? Lots of very awesome things going on right now. Wait, where's that Superman trailer? Where'd it go? That's a poster. I thought I had it downloaded. Oh, good man, that Superman trailer is awesome beyond awesome. Anyway, but this is awesome. Check this out.
You don't believe in the Force, do you?
I'm a soldier.
It's like, again, it's incredible fan-made stuff, but this is the closest I've seen to anything that could be legitimately called Star Wars in years and years and years and years, right? It really genuinely is.
I believe in the Empire.
This is a suicide mission. We need to go! Now!
Do you think the Emperor himself would be talking to us if it wasn't important?
I mean, this is just incredible for a fan film, isn't it? But I mean, like, also it looks kind of cheap at the same time, which I don't mind for fan movies. Now, Superman trailer. Yeah, doink. Let me grab that. It's over here. I actually saw it like about 3 minutes after it dropped. I was, there you go, downloading now. Yeah, go back to this.
You have your role to play in this, Captain. Make it look convincing.
Again, look at all the money Lucasfilm has, and look at this. It's ridiculous.
There will be a place for you in the Empire when you return.
I miss fan films. Those Star Trek fan films are great. I'm sorry, they really genuinely were.
The Empire will destroy everything you have left.
Buckethead, Season 1, Chapter 3. So it's out on Christmas Eve. Let me go get the address for that. 1 second. I go to history. And it's free on YouTube. Yeah. So we'll go to the Chapter 2. Here, I'll go to the channel. Transmute Pictures. Yeah, doink. So these are like 15, 20-minute episodes. The prologue is 12 minutes. This is and you got a 2018 fan film. Chapter 2 is 17 minutes. Chapter 3 is 20 minutes. Didn't show me how long chapter 1 is. So I could just look at the videos. Chapter 1, including Buckethead's episode 1, chapter 2. Oh, just wait. You know, you try and be nice, right? You try and recognize, give people recognition for a job well done. So, oh man, this has been going for years and years and years. Okay, chapter 1 was done in 2018. Fine. Yeah, let me give you the link. So, look, there's a good hour of decent Star Wars there. But Star Wars, they killed it, mate. They've really killed Star Wars. It's really good. By the way, check this out. Katy Perry broke down, right? When I think broke down, more glitched in public. This is so weird, right? Here we go. Was it Katy Perry? Doink. Keep watching your eyes. Okay, still alive, still alive. And then... Oh, now she's being... Now she's uploading from the mothership. That was just weird. The whole thing is weird. All right? It's all strange. A bunch of other stuff there. Where'd it all go? Hang on. Did I delete it by mistake? No. I don't know. Anyway, another couple of things there I've been wanting to get to. What was it? Oh yes, of course. The best Star Wars movie never made from 1977. This really should have been made in 1978, I should say. Check this out.
If you are thinking of taking a trip to Mos Eisley this year, wait.
Listen, if we can get those 2 boats to Paradise Camp, all that freedom, all that guff, you think they can keep on holding out?
We might be able to help you decide to carry on up the Empire.
I knew I shouldn't have eaten those radishes.
I mean, it really is perfect casting.
Calm down, I was only in there for a bit.
Of course, sir. No harm in a bit now and then.
That's enough, really.
Hyperspace is a whole lot of fun.
Oh, there's something funny about this place, and I'm not in a laughing mood. I'm getting out of here.
May the fertility of Sumaka swell your coconuts.
I beg your pardon?
Jim Dale? Yeah, Jim Dale's Luke.
Oh, it's just a local greeting, nothing personal.
The hilarious comedy crew are here again as they carry on up.
I mean, look, Sid James has got such a distinctive voice. You could probably do an AI version saying Alec Guinness's lines.
The Empire. Sidney James as Sid Kenobi. Joan Sims as Joan Solo.
I suppose you'd rather we sat here all stark naked.
Wouldn't bother me.
It would if your ice lolly fell in your lap.
Kenneth Williams as Darth Vader. Jim Dale as Jimmy Skywalker.
I've just seen you on a pin-up calendar.
Oh, yes, could be. I did do some modelling once.
Hello.
You the owner of this site?
Why can't they make this a full-length movie? Wouldn't you like this to be a full-length movie? I would like it to be a full-length movie.
Can I help you?
Yes, we'd like to camp here.
Pound. Well in.
Charles Hawtrey as C-3PO. And Barbara Windsor as Princess Babs.
I look a lot different in a bikini, you know.
Peter Butterworth as Stormtrooper. Bernard Breslaw as Bernie Backer.
I've just been to the whatnot. I'm allowed to go myself now.
I always think it was weird that he played the chief Ice Warrior.
And Frankie Howard as Grand Moff Tarquin.
Hello, dear. Nice of you to come.
We're sure that after this brief preview, you'll be off like a shot to see Carry On Up the Empire.
Joan Sims as Han Solo works very well, weirdly enough, doesn't she? That's just weird. That is just weird. I will consider. I can't remember who did it. Shall we? What are we going to do next? Shall we just get into the chat? Yeah, that's it. Because I really want to get into what we're going to start with. Actually, I got that too as well. Hang on. Did I have a couple of reviews I need to get done? I've done Blake 7 like for ages. Oh god, I'm so behind on that. Maybe next week maybe we get to it whenever it's off. Everything's a bit more loosey goosey. Right here, share screen. Share screen. Doink. I want this Magnum PI toy. By the way, how are things in London, in England? Much like this. I'll zoom out. Hello, is that Downing Street? This is the picture of J.R. Hartley looking for fly fishing. If you know what that is, you know what that is. Hello, is that Downing Street? I don't suppose you could freeze me, starve me, and steal my pension. You can. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes. That is Starmer's Prince. Starmer. What a cunt. In fact, I think this has to be a regular feature now. Available now. Please go buy this.
I wish tears could heat my home. What can I do without fuel? I've got no place to go. It'll be free.
And the BBC refuses to play this.
Freezing this Christmas without fuel at home. It'll be freezing this Christmas while Keir Starmer's warm.
Oh God, I just can't stand these people. What's that meme I saw? Did I save a copy of that? Because that was really funny. Let me see. I think I might have even retweeted it. That would have been smart. Let me check bookmarks first. I doubt I bookmarked it. That would be way too clever. No. Profiles. What do I look for? Lots of the eye candy and about to pull up. Did I not retweet that? Oh, it's annoying. Wait, do I? Maybe I showed it yesterday. I can't remember. Anyway, with that in mind, let's get back to the chat. Let's get to the chat, not back to the chat. Wouldn't you like to see more of that? Anyway, Great Show in the Galaxy. That's what I got the review of. Right, and oh boy, I think I did us proud again. Another awesome thumbnail, if I may say so myself, and I will say so because you can only be so right, baby. Who cares about new Superman Day? It's new Lois Lane Day, and I do hope he's not faster than a speeding bullet. He looks like he could learn the name Superman there. I'll be more powerful than locomotive, darling. This is the first thing we look at because I could talk about this forever. I love this trailer. Right, I did this flyer, this flyer before I saw the trailer. I think both David Cornsweet and Rachel, how do you pronounce her name? Brosnahan, who again was so great in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and I think she was in the first. Yeah, she was. She was in the first season of what's that show that got killed off because Kevin Spacey got cancelled for a bunch of years. House of Cards, right? She was in that as a prostitute, I believe. I think you'll be more powerful than a locomotive, darling. Yeah, absolutely. Rossi Davis doubles down in the queer. Well, I should say doubles down in the queer yet again. With Disney cancellation inevitable, yeah, it's a done deal. Disney's gone, right? Unless I'm wrong. It's a done deal. Disney is gone, right? And the chance of getting another streaming partner, small. So they are working on their backup plan now of, I think, the BBC funding it. And that not even that certain. But if that goes ahead, it's going to be a lot queerer. It's going to be. It wasn't queer enough in there. Insane Mind. Superman, James Gunn unveils his vision, and wow, what a great vision it is. And Doctor Who Season 7 Blu-ray announcement was somewhat disappointing in this one, I have to tell you. I mean, the announcement was obviously rushed because there was no trailer, right? My guess is, when was the last one released? There's how many are you here? There's got to be a Wikipedia page about the Blu-ray range. One sec, let's look it up. Doctor Who, the collection Blu-ray range. The collection The Wikipedia list of home releases. I don't Blu-ray. There you go. Doink. Where are we up to? I've got that still there. I was looking at the collection. So they don't release here. I can sort them by release date. So in 2024 we got 2. 2020. So you get 2 a year now. Yeah, it's been 2 a year since 2021. Oh man, I wish it was 3. So we could have actually had another 1, 2. We could have actually had another few releases. This thing wasn't. They're saying December 2025. Nonsense. It's going to be around March. Yeah. Okay. So the season 15 release was released in. Was this announced or released? Yeah, it was released in March 18th, and then in 2023, you had season 9 that was released in March 20th, and then it was later. When they were coming off a 3 schedule a year release, so the season 22 was released on June 22nd. But yeah, I think March is March like 15th to 20th, sometime around there. That's when I think we're going to see it. Anyway, let's get to the chat, ladies. Let's get to the chat. Darren Evans, how you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us. Lonnie is how you doing, Lonnie? And who else we got going on? Would you like to stick it in the eye of my competition in the radio world? Download this newsletter. Okay. Not planning a hunting trip to New Jersey. Well, drone activity has just been suspended there under pain of lethal force. So nothing weird's going on there. Yes, Sister Soden. Yes. I know why Shooty will be crying in Christmas special. He's crying because Wallace and Gromit will. Oh, come on, Wallace and Gromit's gonna get between 8 and 12 million. Yeah, I think we'll get like 7 million overnight. Wallace and Gromit is going to dominate the entire schedule. Yeah, Doctor Who will be a pimple on the arse of Wallace and Gromit, which is why they're putting it in right before Wallace and Gromit. So people tuning in to see Wallace and Gromit, they'll watch Doctor Who for 2 minutes and they'll be counted as a view. It's all bullshit, isn't it? It's all just finding new ways to lie. He's crying because Wallace and Gromit will outdo him in the ratings. Or you can't hit that, Ken. Yeah, I mean, look, the repeater bully might outdo him in the ratings. Most rabbis I may actually do like Christmas because Christmas is awesome and rabbis are smart, right? We're up to John Jordan is here. John, who alerted me about the Superman trailer. Afternoon, all driving home. Well, hope you are having a pleasant drive, sir. I like the Superman trailer. The Snyder version was dark and depressing. This all brings back the symbol of hope of Superman is and for his family and audition. Well, here's the thing I feel about the Snyderverse, right? It kind of made me fall in love with it. I mean, I love this version too, right? I love it a lot more, I think. But it kind of made me fall in love with it. I wasn't really sure with that Man of Steel. And Batman versus Superman had problems, but it also had, by far, the best screen Batman I'd ever seen. The most comic book accurate screen Batman. And it was a very good screen adaptation of graphic novels in the 2000s. Well, my wife's just screaming. Probably at the cat. Graphic novels in like post in the noughties, right? In the 2000s, which I didn't really like that era, but this was a very good recreation of that era on film. And again, I thought I love Batman having the so what again? Not the batarang, the rope thing he swings around on, right, when he's fighting Doomsday. I loved all that, and I even like what's his name, their Lex Luthor, right? I thought I would have loved to have seen that whole video. And then I saw Justice League. I mean the Zack Snyder Justice League, and I thought it was stunning. I thought it was genuinely stunning. I wish we had the rest of that story, right? It looked like it would be fantastic. It really looked like it would be fantastic. But yeah, it knocks it out of the park, John. You are correct, right? You are very correct. 40% race for Congress. I know. That's one of the things they snuck into their package. That poor girl's a heifer. Which one are we talking about? Is it just her accent, or is she calling the woman funny? No, her name is Fanny. Yes, I know. Her name's Fanny, Colin Archer. And she doesn't feel that's weird at all. Go Karamazov, is it? Don't go Karamazov. Happy holidays, chat. Happy holidays, you, my good man. Star Wars is dead. It's just become a it's dead. It's just become a crap TV machine. They don't even make movies anymore. But I think, well, they're making The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah, look, they're making the Mandalorian and Grogu, and it I don't know. Just like the Star Wars universe, like Doctor Who, like Star Trek to a great extent, needs a big reboot, right? They all need a big reboot, a big reset. And it could come, right? Since the Emperor should be Jay's gonna be the Emperor. Well, that's actually quite a good point. But I do like him as Ben Kenobi. I thought it was very funny. I met most of the surviving class of Blakes over at Chicago TARDIS. Kenny was surprisingly with it, but Travis too was weird and either on drugs or having memory issues. Maybe both. John Cox is here. In your sick bed, bloody Kardashian bug slowly recover. I'm sorry to hear that. But the Batman comic, Batman doesn't kill. Realistically, I'm not sure how that works out. No, but they basically again. So Superman and Batman in the 2000s killed, right? Director of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Well, DC knows how to hype up the content. Isn't Pedro Lozano using mode? Normies could not care less. They could not care less, Pedro. Right? Normies couldn't care less at all. Right? They know, I like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. They're all good. Right? Why isn't it putting Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, or his Creature Commander? Because they all flopped. They didn't flop. I disagree. And again, I found all of them really genuinely entertaining. I liked his Suicide Squad. I liked his Peacemaker. I like Creature Commanders. Right? I found them all genuinely entertaining. I found everything he's done entertaining, frankly. Here, let's have a look at his IMDb. I'm on Wikipedia. We'll do that. James Gunn. Let's see what he's made. Hang on. I'll share the screen. Where are we going? You go there. You go there. And you can go here. Doink. I'm looking forward to watching that Buckethead thing. That does look good. Let's share screen. Doink. So James Gunn, what have I seen of his work? I like that he's got old, in public, right? So I never saw Super always looked quite good. That's the one with Elliot Page. She was probably Ellen Page back then in 2010. I don't know. Kevin Bacon, Liv Tyler, Nathan Fillion. He tells the story of Frank Dover, a short order cook who becomes a superhero without having any superhero abilities. Well, that sounds like an interesting movie. And from that, you got Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, so his early movies I didn't see, right? I wonder what the Belko experiment was. Get that in between Guardians 1 and 2. It's interesting. So he did Guardians of the Galaxy, 2, Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Superman. I mean, Superman looks good, but listen, that's a strong body of work. I hate to tell you. And then short films, other roles. So there was television stuff, right? So James Gunn, PG Porn. What's that? It's a web series created by the brothers James and Brian and Sean Gunn, consisting of a series of pornography spoofs with the humorous event. Oh yeah, he was kind of like what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? edgy, right? He was supposed to be edgy. Iron Groot, he wasn't involved with. The executive producer meaning he got paid. Guardians of the Galaxy History Special, excellent, right? Christmas, it really is one of the great Christmas specials, right? So, and Creature Commandos, it's really solid entertainment, right? I look, I understand that he made the loser fat guys right wing instead of Antifa, who they really should have been. But I don't know. Let's just get over it. So anyway, look, James Gunn. I think he's got a very strong pedigree of creating really, really, really excellent entertainment, right? And so we all waited with bated breath for the Superman trailer, and they really did build things up very nicely. Firstly, they showed this. I like this motion poster. And this is very good at showing the tip of the iceberg of the tone of the trailer, which I thought was, again, one of my favorite points of the year. And my son got married this year, right? It's fantastic, right? This is absolutely fantastic. Knocks out the park in a way. Let's have a deep dive into it, right? Let's have a deep dive. Now, starting off in the snow is always clever because it always references those. Now, I don't know for the Fortress of Solitude. No, it was in the snow, right? But it always references the Christopher Reeve movies for me. I think for most people as well. And here's why it's a great teaser trailer. It tells you a lot, right? It's got a lot of information in it, like a lot of information in it, coded in without saying anything. And a lot of story information as well, right? And it's really, I love seeing short forms like the opening titles, for example, of Minder tells an incredible story. The opening titles of The Prisoner tell an incredible story. I love titles like that, right? This tells an incredible story in under a few seconds, and it's wonderful. Anyway, it starts off in the snow. All right, so first impressions. Here, we'll let them zoom in a little bit. Okay, couple of first impressions. Firstly, the shorts work. The traditional costume works. And you hear him wheezing, right? You can see he's been really genuinely hurt. So now you know this Superman is up against a real threat, right? What can do this to Superman? Is it Doomsday? I don't know. Yeah, I love the wheezing. I love the way it builds up tension. And here's the other brilliant bit, right? You see his Clark Kent, and you can understand why nobody realized he was Superman, right? He wears this like weird hair and looks good. This really, really works, I think, without like contradicting any Superman look. Like he looks like a nerd. Karney says, "Is it me or does the snow look like a foot hammer?" Let's go back for a second and have a look. It looks like it does, doesn't it? I think it's probably a coincidence, but I don't know. But it's a very interesting point you made there. Yeah, so yeah, we get him as Clark Kent. Again, I love you see close up. You see the blood, right? You see he's really in trouble. And again, I love his wheezing. And you see a tooth been knocked down, right? This is really heavy, right? They've really raised the stakes, right? The music's excellent. Now, I'm assuming this isn't the exact music they're going to use in the movie, or maybe it is. But this seems, I like the, the reverb on it, right? That really works. It really absolutely works. Because it's, again, I think the, not the John Horner. That's what I said. We got started with this last night. Not Jeremy Goldsmith, no. I'm going to remember before looking it up. Jurassic Park, like every good Star Wars. John Williams, the John Williams theme, right? It's so part of what Superman is right now. Thank you, John Williams. So part of what Superman is, and Superman exists, I think, it's a unique cultural part of American, I think, and Western civilization psyche, right? And this feels like it's that like deep reverb feels like you're tapping into the soul of what Superman is. I love this, but it gets so much better, right? I'm enthusing, and it gets so much better. She is perfect casting as Lois Lane, right? Should get her in the skirt with some heels, okay? Get her out the pantsuit. She does a great leg. And again, I love that you wouldn't put him together as Superman, right? I mean, even though he is square jawed, and he also has got kind of a feeling. It feels kind of like he's drawn by Frank Quietly, right? I do like that. I love Frank Quietly. The Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Now, who was it saying? Somebody in the chat said Pedro Lozano. Yeah, they're gonna talk about the thing that people know best, and they know Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Even though the last one wasn't exciting, it was kind of a bummer, right? I mean, it was a very good piece of movie making, I think. But that's what people know, like the Guardians of the Galaxy guy. Now, people are really bitching about the fat Park Kent. As an old fat guy, I'm like, But I love this where you see the love that Superman has for his father, right? I think, and that's such an important part of who Superman is. Oh, I love this. I just love it. I just love this. There's so much heart in this trailer. I mean, I'm so enthused by it. And again, look at them looking each other in the eyes. That's a genuine father-to-son connection, right? On a very emotional and real level. I mean, it's not genuine, they're actors. They're pretending well that is a genuine human connection. Oh, and so he starts whistling. I'm like, they're not bringing crypto in now, are they? I love it. I'm like, is that crypto? Is that crypto? Is that crypto? I don't know why I'm so excited. It's not like I'm a crypto fan. I love crypto. Oh God, this is such a great dog. I love dogs, right? I do. I love dogs. Love cats too. I'll probably love sheep if I met any. But like, I love, and it's again, Superman is an idealized expression of the soul of America, of pure Americana. And there's nothing more American, right, than dog ownership. It really is. And the nature of dogs is also, I think, very reflective of the best of the national psyche of America. This is why we all love America, right? Really, it's because there is a lot to love there. Here, let me see this again. Okay, because it's so wonderful.
Crypto.
I love it.
Home. Take me home.
Oh, firstly, look at that pose. I mean, this is this is a perfect comic book pose. And okay, so we're showing him weakness. We're showing him something. Now we're showing how incredibly strong he is. One of those like gas tanks. Yeah, let's move this back for a second. So, and what is that? There's like a Godzilla foot in the background. And why doesn't she realize? Maybe she's deaf. Maybe this just who knows? We'll find out. But like pure heroism, right? Masculine heroism. Oh God, it's shot so beautifully. And let's go back so you can hear the music in context. It is beautiful. It is genuinely beautiful. Okay, I'll watch this bit again. So there we just got. I mean, again, if your heart isn't swelling at this moment, right, you're probably Keir Starmer. So yeah, we get to see Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor, and again, this seems very much like the John Byrne, early John Byrne Superman, very, very classic. Now, John Byrne went much more when Alan Moore turned up and everything got very, gritty and adult. John Byrne went very traditional, right? And so, yeah, I think this seems to be a very John Byrne take on Lex Luthor. I wonder what he'll be like, Nicholas Hoult. Now, again, you might hate me, right? You might absolutely hate me, but I really like the one from the Zack Snyder movies. What's it called again? The guy from the Facebook movie, right? I like that. I like that interesting, weird take on him, right? But Chronos Godwise, if you bring up a very good point, Crypto coming to Superman's aid is a total win. Yeah, again, that is Americana, right? That screams everything that's great about America, and it really does. Next Corp. Again, this looks like it was drawn by John Byrne. Oh, and again, look at these poses. So what's going on here? He's like captured. Oh, I love it, right? And I love that he's like a symbol of hope, which is why, I never really liked these that the S was with that means hope. It was a bit cringe. I prefer it meant that it was family sigil, right? It's just and this looks more, like a family sigil than an S.
Superman.
So yeah, it's interesting when it's quasi-religion that this kid like literally praying to Superman in this. Whereas he's going to swoop in and save him.
Superman.
So they're mad at him about something. And Staggin said, so this is the most controversial. Nathan Fillion, who's in freaking everything James Gunn does. This is the Guy Gardner, Green Arrow, who was always a bit of an arsehole. And people hate this haircut. But that was, one second. Guy Gardner. What's it called again? Green Lantern. It was Justice League International. Justice League International. Let's see if I can find a picture of that, all right? Because that's where I first really saw him. And I wish I could remember who did the art. This very, very famous cover. Where is it? Let me see if I can find a better picture of it. Because I'm literally looking at it, right? No, this was a... Find this as well. So again, this is pissing people. And I think people came in wanting to be upset for some reason or another because they like Henry Cavill as Superman, and I can't argue with anybody about that. He was very good at Superman. What's it? Cover. Let me see if I can find that cover. Oh yeah, is this it? No, it's cut off over there. Here's a small version. Let's see if I can find a higher res one. Who did the artwork on it? It was J.M. DeMatteis wrote it. But tools, size. Size matters not. You want to bet, baby? Oh. I hear the mixer going upstairs. That can only mean my wife's making Christmas pudding. Although I'm having my Christmas dinner on Friday, not Wednesday, right? So, because we do it for Sabbath. Oh, is this it? This is the one, right? Fine, now I've got to find the thing where all the images are. I go that. Yeah, again, people are not happy with this. It doesn't really bother me. Right, there you go. Doink. Share screen. Again, the haircut looks a bit... It's not really working. I hate to tell you. But again, I really got to see it in context. Right, this is the Guy Gardner Green Lantern that I always envisaged, right? Because it was So who did this? Art by McGuire and Gordon. So I don't know. Gavin and DeMattis. Yeah, Jen DeMattis. Pretty darn good writers, I have to say. Want to make something of it? So it was always supposed to be an arsehole Green Lantern. I just don't think it here. Can I find the... Hang on a second. I'll do... Guy Garner, Green Lantern. There was a great cover by American Flag by Howard Chaykin. Howard Chaykin. And people are saying this has got a very CW vibe. I don't think so. Like, I really don't think so. It doesn't seem like that to me at all. Dang it. Hang on. Google what? So we do size large. Like it big, baby. No, yeah. I mean, like, it's not like you can't make this Guy Garner look good. But again, you know, James Gunn's got a very consistently strong. Here we go. This is the one that, Howard Chaykin. This is one of the best versions of it I've seen. It's got a very consistently good track rate. So the Nathan one, and he always looks weird, and he plays. I think he's been in all of his DC stuff, always playing something else. Like, did he play the German guy, a German superhero in Suicide Squad? He played one of the guys that get killed at the beginning. And I think maybe his costume should be a bit greener. But you know, I have to see it in context. So what was he doing with his ring just now? And I love Hawkwoman. That looks good. I guess they want some quiet. So again, I am very open-minded because so much about this trailer I love. That looks great. Oh, that must be what the kid was about to be stomped on. And again, I love. I'm really getting a Frank Quitely vibe about this, right? If you ever read All-Star Superman, right? It's got a lot. It feels a lot like that, like these incredible oversized threats, rendered. And I love you see like the romance between Lois and Clark, or Kal-El, and with like what's going on in the background. Now, who's that? Do you think? I don't know, but he seems quite upset about it. Oh, clearly he's in the Fortress of Solitude, very much based on the Richard Donner movies, right? He must have really loved that robot, and maybe it's something that raised him. I don't know. Yeah, this must be the Fortress of Solitude growing. Oh God, I can't wait to see all of it. And that's Metamorpho, I believe. Who's playing Metamorpho? Hang on, I'll look this up. Here we go. Superman 2025 film. Is this the cast? No, I'm clicked the wrong one. 2025 film. So who's it? Do we have a cast list? Anthony Carrigan. He's not who I thought he was. So he was a guy. He's the guy from what's it called again? It's been a bunch of good stuff. Barry. If you haven't seen Barry, that's really good, right? And you saw before Superman was in a building, Stag Industries. That's apparently a Metamorpho villain, right? So there you go. And again, these oversized, insane threats. And I don't know. I hope he does a good job with this, Nicholas Hoult. All right, he does. He's not really convincing me right now. I got to see him. You know, he looks a bit cosplay-y right now, right? But I have to see him in context. I think once you see him act, it's probably going to be. Oh, look at this. Looks so cool. And the music playing. Dun, 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 dun. Oh God! It just pulls in your heart. Oh, God, let's go back for a second. Because it's such a lovely, beautiful idea. I love he's got a cape on. Oh my god. And it works. It doesn't it feels right in character, right? I love he's got a dog that has a Superman cape that's come to save him. Oh, I can't wait to see the story that hammers this out. So Mr. Terrific actually looks really good. Who's always been a bit of a lame character. Who's playing Mr. Terrific? Hang on. And to the I wanted to do a search to Eddie Gathergy. What's he been in? I don't know. X-Men First Class is the only credit I recognize. But man, I really like that costume. It works so much better than the CW version. And again, oh god, it just the romance of it. You know what I like about the heterosexuality of it? Oh, the normalcy of it. The red trunks. It's really good. Okay, that's really, really, really good. Soren says the Lex Luthor is a definite improvement over the model of the last model. Green Lantern guy who looks like he's doing a Patrick Troughton haircut. He does look bad, but I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of in context reason for that. It loves the Donner movies. Well, so did Superman Returns, which everybody hates. It loves the Donner movie, but it's not afraid to be its own thing, as Crypto demonstrates. Right? Okay, let's just watch the Crypto bit again because that's my favorite bit. It's my favorite bit. There we go. People were so mad about Fat Park Kent. Okay, this is just awesome. Oh, it's so good. Well, can't Crypto fly? I wonder what Father Miller thinks, right? Because he loves classic Superman. That's the thing. This is really classic, like 1950s, 60s, 70s Superman, updated for today without it being for modern audiences. It's working by classic audiences. I love it. Oh god, I love it so much.
Home. Take me home.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is a perfectly judged trailer. It's right about everything. I do not understand why anybody would possibly complain about it. I think it's genuinely beautiful, right? I do. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm very enthused to see that movie. It's about the only thing I am enthused to see in the cinema. Let me see what they're talking about on Bleeding Cool. Teaser in case you missed anything, should we look at there? No. Hang on, where was I? So there's a bunch of articles about it. Let's pull this up. And I like these articles are from like industry trade papers. Doing. Conrad says Gunn should have done Superman movie, Batman movie, Brave and Bold, Batman, Superman, possibly with guests from Wonder Woman, and finally started building the JLA. There's more than one way to build a cinematic universe, right? That they did it and it worked well with the Marvel world. I don't think you can redo that again. Essentially, right? I think it's like saying, if you're going to do a Narnia movie, first you've got to have an Aslan movie, and then you've got to have a White Witch movie, and then you've got to have... No, I think the more normative way is to do a good story, right? 17 characters and Easter eggs. But and I understand that, that's because it works so well, right? And it did work so well with the Marvel. Phase 1, phase 1 to 3, basically. Yeah, great nerd cinema. So let's see what they got. Lois Lane, Nonsense right star Rachel Brosnahan makes the debut as Lois Lane, Clark's love interest and fellow reporter at Daily Planet. Lois is smart, fearless journalist, but often unaware that Clark and Superman are the same person. Brosnahan in the latest Lois Lane after Amy Adams. Now, Amy Adams was a really weird choice, and I think it worked for that version of Superman, which I think wasn't very Superman-y, right? Margaret Kidder, Terry Hatcher, Kate Bosworth. Kate Bosworth wasn't just very good. Terry Hatcher was just gorgeous. Lex Luthor, Luthor Corp, right? Crypto! Oh, God! I love Crypto. I've blown my mind how much I love Crypto, right? Oh, it's wonderful. Superman's canine best friend character was announced to appear back in October. Gunn revealed his own dog, Ozzo, inspired him while he was writing Superman. I remember thinking, gosh, how difficult life would be if Ozzo had superpowers. Thus, Crypto came into the script and changed the shape of the story as Ozzo was changing my life. Well, I'm glad he did, right? And the something that Gunn always does very well is man's close, emotional, personal bond to their pets. That's one of the things I loved about Peacemaker, that the weird relationship that Peacemaker had with Eagly, right? And it was just so well done. What I really loved about Peacemaker with the titles, I thought that was great. Guy Gardner, yeah, man, doesn't look good, right? Doesn't look good. So they just explain who everybody is. Lanterns, which stars Aaron Pierce and Carl Chandler, are famously Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Yeah, Lanterns. Hawkgirl looked fabulous. Mr. Terrific, fine, I spotted him. Clark Kent, yes, obviously. Jonathan Kent, Kent Farm, Metamorpho. Stack Industries, yeah, so he's apparently a villain of Metamorpho. Daily Planet looks great. Oh, looks great. Jimmy Olsen, Steve Lombard, and Cat Grant. Cat Grant, I noticed. And then Jimmy Olsen, I noticed. Who's Steve Lombard? Skylar Gizonzo plays Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, he looks like a Jimmy Olsen as well. Oh, right. Good casting. What's the name? Jimmy Olsen plays as a close colleague of Lois and Clark. Has appeared in several Superman adaptations. Saturday Night Live alum Beck Bennett plays Daily Planet reporter Steve Bonnard. So, I wonder who can I see him? Beck Bennett. It could be the guy behind Jimmy Olsen. Steve was often portrayed as a sports reporter and a rival to Clark. Michaela Hoover is fellow Daily Planet reporter Cat Grant in the comics. Something of a love interest with Clark called Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, I like that she was crazily hot. Fortress of Solitude, yes, I spotted that. Kalex, oh, who is Kalex? Superman looks pretty emotional with the destroyed robot. It's possible it's Kalex from the comics. Kalex is a servant droid from Krypton who later became a caretaker at the Fortress of Solitude. If it were destroyed, it would sever one of the last connections to Superman's home planet. Making sense he would be sad. Yeah. I honestly I like the roster again, but this looks great. It looks so 50s, 60s, 70s, so classic. Superman's Golden Age, Silver Age, Monster Fight. Okay, fine. That variety article was useless, if I may say so. Superman James Gunn on superheroes. Complicated relation with Crypto. He's not nearly the best dog. I love it. That's even better. Move over Benji and Lassie. One of the main Steelers looking to look forward to in James Gunn's new Superman movie is the Man of Steel's best friend, that being Crypto the dog. I love that he's a naughty dog. It just got better. In a moving moment in the trailer, the blooded Superman has fallen to a snowy earth, suddenly whistles, and out of the blue, they see a storm in the distance. Crypto the dog comes to some form of rescue. I can't even imagine that the rumors that the Warner Bros. Was in any way upset with this trailer. They must, unless they're super woke. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, right? Because it was a perfect trailer. In a moving moment, we see him. Critical comes to someone rescue. Gunn said that press the trailer about including the K9 and this live action version. Hang on a second. Oh, nearly there. I think we're seeing from the beginning where we're seeing the little bit of a different side that Superman that we've seen. Yeah, and I think that really works well, right? Oh, now it's really got. Oh, not even close. Oh, there you go. Oh, I think I got it. I got it. Oh. Wait about two. This movie, at the end of the day, is not about power. This movie is about the loose term of the word human. The movie is about a loose term of the word, word a human being, and who he is as a person, and virtually struggling day to day with. We see different aspects of him in the beginning. His relationship with Klepto is complicated. He's not nearly the best dog. There's a lot more to Crypto than you see in the trailer. I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. It's a way of saying we're embracing all of the Superman mythology. Yeah, and you know what I want to see in the next movie? Mr. Maplisnik, right? I want to see Bizarro. Oh, Brainiac. And I want to see the 1970s Brainiac, not the green one, right? The robot-y one. That'd be awesome. They try and unblock my hair again. Oh, no, this worked. No problem. Okay, where we are. These superhero moves have taken characters and said, okay, yeah, it's Batman, but it's not any other kind of. It's Superman, but it's not any other kind of any other stuff. Well, again, I hear that thing, right? Who was it? Just said Colin Archer was just saying, like, establish one thing, then the other, and no, that's not the route he's going. And I'm intrigued. I hope it works, right? I think it's going to work. I hope it works. He lives in the world of alternative. He lives in the world of superheroes. This is an alternative history world where superheroes exist, but it's also incredibly grounded about real people having real lives, and there just has to be metahumans there. So, were there always super powered people? Superman has friends who are other superheroes, but he's not. He's got a flying dog. And he's got a giant fortress, adds Gunn. He has a lot of things we love from the Superman comics mythology that we that haven't been able to see much of a film. Definitely hasn't been able to be in a grounded way. Yeah, and I guess this is a cool use of technology, right? This is absolutely a cool use because it's not just believing a man can fly; it's believing a man has a friendly doggy who can also fly, right? With a doink. And then let's see what else he has to say. Yeah, that image of Superman there, Frank Quietly, right? All-Star Superman. If you haven't read comics for a long time or like ever, All-Star Superman is really a way to go, right? Grant Morrison came out here. All-Star Superman, Frank Quietly. It is. It's just beautiful. Right, yeah. In the first episode, in the first issue, he's like saving somebody, going on a some kind of attack to the sun. No, some what's the word? Some expedition to the sun, and just being generally super. Right. I mean, and his artwork is just really. It really shows up. Okay, there. Look, if you can see this image, it. I would like to zoom in on this as we can. Copy image address. Doink. Because this seems to be doing exactly what this movie is doing, which is it's very silly traditional Superman, but done in a way for modern audiences, right? And that's not code for let's make everybody trans and gay. It's like let's embrace the what Superman is, and I think it's really working, right? I think it's really working. As Superman crashes to a snowy Earth, in today's trailer for Superman, we see a blooded Man of Steel who looks like looking almost broken. In another shot, Superman is getting trash thrown out by a slew of people, not exactly the traditional image we like. Well, I can see how that works in context of the movie. I'm intrigued to see what happens. We do so he says, James Gunn said, we do have a battered Superman at the beginning, and I think that is our country. James, we are on separate sides of the political aisle, and I agree with you completely. Right? What's that? J.K. Rowling, Warner Brothers discovering BBC accused of betraying DEI policies by backing Harry Potter author amid trans. Oh God, those people are so crazy. So yeah, it is a metaphor for America, right? It really is a metaphor for America. I agree with you. I just think crypto represents Trump at this point. One of the overarching themes in the reboot of the DC series is on the big screen is that the movie is about kindness. It was a movie about being good, and that's really the essence of Superman, right? I agree with you. I believe in goodness of human beings, and again, this is really what what we're crying out for this, we're aching for this, because we've lived in sheer degeneracy for decades, getting worse. I mean, like, it got a lot worse when during Trump won, right? When they felt the degenerate world felt they needed to push back against people saying, "Do you mind not throwing your cum on the pavement? Do you mind not doing that?" Yeah, and that's where we got like this public nudity, drag show for kids, like things that are like just there's no public decency, right? It's not, and doing what you want isn't goodness. Right, and I to be clear, and we're going to talk about this when we talk about Russell Davies in there. No one's saying, "Oh, no, don't be gay, get back in the closet, put gays in concentration camps." We're saying, if you make something really exclusively for gay people, then you've got a very small audience, and that's really the way it is. So yeah, it's about goodness. I believe in most people in the country, despite their ideological beliefs or political politics, are doing their best to get by and are trying to be good people despite what it may seem to the other side. Oh, God, James, you are a smart person, right? And what the other side might be. I think this movie is about that. I think honestly, I do think we're seeing some kind of weird reconciliation with Trump right now in America. Some kind of reconciliation in America with Trump right now. Right, because there's no like freaking out and like gotta fight, resist. People are like, yeah, it's been pretty shit recently. Maybe we can have some money now. So back in 2018, came under fire by Mike Cernovitz. Whatever. I suppose is actually, from whatever he says, is a really good person. It's about basic kindness of human beings that can be seen as uncool, but I think you made it look cool, and that's why I'm really psyched for this. And it can be seen as under siege, whereas some darker voices are some of the louder voices. I live in a very rural part of Georgia. I see the kindness and beauty. Well, that's probably why you're so sane. People every day who don't share the same beliefs as I do. But I think that's that's fantastic. Good for you. You keep living in Georgia, right? But I think that's what the movie is about. The basic fundamental decency of human beings all around the world. I agree with you. Oh, and that's why this movie is so vital for today, right? It's a movie I think it's a movie we're all going to be able to watch and go, well, that was awesome, right? That was fan-freaking-tastic, right? I think we're all going to be able to say that. And again, oh, man, do I love that crypto. It's crazy how much I love that dog. Oh, so cute. So, yeah, that's really something to look forward to, right? Absolutely something to look forward to. Something else to look forward to coming up next year. We have, actually, this is probably one of the weakest releases they've done. And again, maybe I'm saying this because they don't have a trailer out, and this was clearly prematurely leaked, right? They had to get the release out today, I guess. Season 7, the next installment of Doctor Who The Collection Blu-ray range. Now, I love the season, but this set is lacking in my estimation. There's no new effects, so I wouldn't rush to make new. I mean, I wish they did what they did on this box set is what they did in the season 25 one and give them all a bit of a facelift. Spear from Space is pretty good, but maybe CGI up the Autons in the last episode, right? Silurians is freaking awesome. I love that story, right? I absolutely love that story. But the T-Rex is cringe, right? It is super duper cringe, and it takes you out the story. That's the thing. Why did I fall in love with new effects? It's because they I was watching, was it not Spirit from Space, Ark in Space, when they had the new effects come out, and I watched the new effects. So, that's pretty cool. Then I put it on. I watched it again with the original effects, and I realized how much I was taking out the entertainment, because the original effects were just distracting, right? And that's the point. You don't want your effects to be distracting. I mean, the old black and white ones now, it's okay. Although I like the new effects they did on Dalek Invasion of Earth, because that seemed very much in era, right? Just with a lot more money. So so it really needs a new T-Rex in my estimation. I kind of would have like a shimmering, warping, air type of effect coming out their third eye when they use that. But I think it needed mild effects, and then we got Ambassador of Death. I don't really think that needed new effect. I mean, maybe a little nip and tuck there, and then Inferno, same thing. I mean, very mild new effects, but it seems they could have done that at a relatively low budget. And I think it would have really spruced up there, especially the Silurians, right? I'm very disappointed because the Silurians, when I'm watching it, I'm cringing, waiting for the T-Rex to come, right? Most people cringe when the T-Rex comes, let me tell you. And then after it's been on, I was like, oh God, that was awful. And generally speaking, the story is freaking excellent. It's really one of the all-time great Doctor Who stories. I love the twists and turns it goes in, right? In the middle, it turns into a pandemic story, and it for like 2 episodes, right? It turns into Survivors for 2 episodes. It's really cool. I love the politics amongst the Silurians. I love the politics amongst the humans in dealing with the Silurians. I love the Doctor's bitterness with the Brigadier at the end. I love that story. It's one of the greatest stories. But much like what's that one? Terminus. You have the Gunn, and it's just so bad. So let's see what is on this list. Oh, I said X isn't working. We're having trouble. This happens every now and again with X. Let me check. I'll remove it and re-edit in, see if that helps. Doink. Now I'm getting this whizzy wheel. Hey, look, you're not even letting me take it off? Okay, fine. Let me see if I can add it back in. Let's see what happens. It's thinking about it. I don't think it's going to work. This does happen every now and again with X. I wonder why. And this is really the trouble of their becoming a. No, it's not. Let me just remove it. Of X being like a video strip streaming platform. BD Rich says, "How you doing, BD?" Herrenberger's here. How you doing, Herrenberg? It's great to see you. Looking forward to seeing the first live action appearance of Angela Spicker, the engineer. That's going to be cool in The Authority. I do agree with you. I do agree. That's going to be really, really cool. Hopefully, she's got the metal skin, and we eventually get the Authority movie as Gunn has been teasing. That's going to be. I mean, I got the absolute Authority over there. I love reading those books. Maybe I'm reading this Sabbath. That's why I stopped. That's why I like Star Trek. Oh, the original series, because the new effects take you out. Mark Lewis agrees with me because you're a smart man. Elon posted, your elected representatives have heard you, and now the terrible bill is dead. Yes, the voice of the people has triumphed. Yeah. Anyway, back to season 7 Blu-ray. What are we up to? So John Burns' debut season of the Third Doctor will be the next release of the Blu-ray range. Again, my guess is March. Fans can continue to build their home archive. Again, when we got most of the original run now. A Blu-ray 7-disc box set starring John Pertwee, Caroline John, containing 4 classic stories. This limited edition is also packaged with hours of new exclusive material, which is what everybody always wants, right? The debut season, the third Doctor is exiled to Earth, teaming up with units Brigadier Phil Stewart, played by Nicholas Courtney, and Liz Shaw, Caroline John, to confront alien invasion threats from their own planet and primal past. This is probably why, or one of the things that went into adding in the regeneration theme from Patrick Troughton to John Pertwee, right? I bet you there's going to be a trailer right after. That's what's going to happen. Oh, I bet. Listen, I don't know. This is what they would do if they was clever, right? That after they aired the War Games next week, right? The cut down War Games, the colorized one, which I'm looking forward to. I have to tell you, I am genuinely looking forward to. I bet there's going to be I bet that's when they were going to release the trailer for season 7, and I bet people are going, "Whoa!" And they're like rushing to buy. Oh, my ears all blocked up again here. Oh, that did a trick. Oh, hang on. There you go. All episodes are newly remastered and the best was available. Check out the extras below. 4 brand new documentaries, splendid chapter profile of beloved Brigadier actor Nicholas Courtney. Looking for Mac, uncovering the writer Mac. That I'm looking forward to. Terror in the Suburbs, looking at when Doctor Who came down to Earth. Lucky 7 rockets, aliens and spare parts. How the science of they influenced Doctor Who. Okay, well, those sound pretty good. Who's on Behind the Sofa? Katie Manning, Matthew Waterhouse. They're a great combination, by the way. They were a really genuinely great combination. Where we got Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and Sophie Audrey. They're probably going to be crew number 2. Toby O'Dodick and the late Caroline John's family. Husband Jeffrey Beavers, who played the Master in one episode and a lot on Big Finish, and Daisy Ashford, who now plays Liz Shaw. That's an interesting Behind the Sofa. Okay. Matthew Sweet talks to John Levine. Excellent. I mean, it's a shame that Nicholas Courtney died. He couldn't do him. But yeah, that's going to be because he's had a fascinating life, right? It was essentially a tour extra, right? So, okay. Doctor in the Escape Room were the team. Third Doctor escaped the Room of Doom. I quite like that. The one I saw on what's it called again? With the 7th Doctor season 25 box set. Movie Length Omnibus edition of Doctor in the Silurians and Inferno. So are these going to like be Ben Cook re-edits or something that they did in the time? I guess they're going to be like Ben Cook re-edits is my guess. And again, I'm not opposed to it. I just think the job he did in the Daleks didn't really work. And I think one of the reasons it didn't really work, I was very distracted by it not seeming to be naturally in colour. Whereas I'm not seeing that with War Games. But again, I'll find out. We'll find out in 4 days, baby. Infodex PDF. Oh, guys. 7 discs also includes hours of special features and previously released on DVDs, featurettes, audio commentaries, and more. Anything else we can say? Spear from Space. So let's see how much it is on Amazon. $57. So that's that in what's it called again in pounds? I can't remember. So probably like about £45 will be my guess. Right? Maybe 40. I don't know. Yeah, let's have a look. See if they list it in Zavi. See how much what they say how much it is there. £55. That's really quite expensive. Whereas Amazon, it's $58. Okay, whatever. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Nigel, we'll get back to you soon, mate. We'll get back to you soon. No, we won't actually. So fine. Yeah, look. I think that does seem very exciting. What seems less exciting is how Russell Davies is destroying Doctor Who, and he's destroying it for the literally dumbest reason humanly possible, right? Just absolute insanity. One sec, where'd it go? Is this it? I had a bunch of stuff downloaded, ready to go, and it all just vanished. I wonder, did I delete it? Yeah, let me look at my garbage. kind. Hang on. Is this it? Yeah, one second. I did delete it. That was dumb of me. Anything else I shouldn't have deleted? Man, I'm glad I didn't empty my recycle bin. Anyway, fine. So, yeah, more about Russell Davies slowly and methodically destroying Doctor Who because he's made it for 3% of the world. And that's the only 3% he cares about. Genuinely, the only 3% he cares about. So this is at the recent Doctor Who Christmas party, which Christmas party stroke degenerate orgy. I don't know. And again, look what people do, in the comfort or privacy. It's fine, but like, I never see anything family friendly and wholesome coming out this production of Doctor Who. Right? I just don't. I mean, like, I never see like weird degenerate perversion, which this is. Right, as a mainstream norm. When in the night, it was when Barry Letts and Terrence Dicks was making Doctor Who. I don't think this is a good thing. So this is what's driving Russell Davies' absolute insanity. Listen to him.
In the intervals and talk to them, and the most beautiful thing about Doctor Who is that we can take a microphone and be loud and funny.
Let's go back on here. So this is the Gallifrey Cabaret. This guy, I think this guy's a drag performer. I don't know. Did he write a thing about in Doctor Who magazine about being drag in Gallifrey? I don't know. Anyway, so Russell Davies is saying
people in the intervals and talk to them, and the most beautiful thing about Doctor Who is that we can take a microphone and be loud and funny. And there's a lot of people here who are not like that, who might be more dead. Stories people tell me about their lives, about coming out, about not just sexually, but about who they are. Doesn't enough.
Look, but who they are is defined sexually in this context by you, right? I hate to tell you this, right? And I understand, these are fabulous stories for a tiny percent of the population, right? And look, Russell, you've got to understand, while you've made this Doctor Who inclusive and inviting for queer people, you've made it hostile for Christian people, for religious people, people of traditional values. Right, and so your answer is, whoa, you're evil Nazi bigots. You shouldn't feel welcome. We're not. Okay, no one had a fucking problem with anybody being gay, right? Until it was compulsory to be gay, right? Until everything was always gay all the fucking time. Nobody said enough of the gay shit, where until everything was gay shit all the time.
Sexuality is just there's a lot of delicacy, and it's a tough world. And fuck knows it's getting tougher.
The reason it gets tougher because of dumb fucks like you, Russell. Right? Again, why do you have to have your Doctor Who all about him being queer? Because you do. Okay, once you make anything queer, it's about being queer. And look, for fuck's sake, Shooty Gatwa, you talked him up and fucking talked him up. He plays him queer. He can't do anything other than queer.
But actually, we hear people's stories, talk to the honour of hearing people's stories. And I just want you to know, something I think you already know, but I want you to absolutely know, deep down in your heart, Doctor Who loves you.
We understand that, Russell. Doctor Who loves them. And Doctor Who hates us, right? You're a queer supremacist, right? Genuinely, you're a queer supremacist. The only people that fucking matter are gay people, right? And again, I think religious people, Christians, Jews, Muslims, whatever, well, less so Muslims, we had learned to live with our differences. We had learned to live and let live. Gay people lived openly as being gay. And nobody had a problem with it. For 10, 15 years. No, I mean, 20 years. Nobody had a problem with it. More. Right? And then, you got this deluded idea in your head that you're somehow being suppressed. By who? And how? You're the loudest, most noticeable demographic in the whole fucking world. You're not being suppressed. Right? That's just not bloody happening. You're suppressing anybody who isn't like you. You are a queer supremacist. Also, Sonic Supreme. Why don't straight people deserve to see themselves? Right? Why don't Christian people deserve to see themselves? Right? It's. But Petey Rich says, UFX are great as long as George Lucas is behind them. Oh, he moved forward the entire technology. I mean, yeah, it wasn't that great, but he moved forward the quiet technology. It's just like, again, enough with this. And most sane people are running wildly from this now, right? Most corporations are running wildly from this now, right? And that's why I think Doctor Who is not being renewed in any way, shape, or form. Here, good indication of Doctor Who's not being renewed, that your queer show. Disney pulls transgender storyline from Pixar's Win or Lose series. Thank fucking God for that. Not because I hate trans people, right? There's nothing about hating trans people. It's about, like, not having to have that be part of my everyday fucking life 24/7. That's it. Like, do you want to have, like, Jewish shit as part of your life all the time? Right? Oh, no, Doctor Who can't do that now. It's a Sabbath. I mean, oy vey, like, it's okay to have your own worldview and culture. It's not okay to say that worldview and culture is more important and better than anybody else's. Or in this case, just more bloody important. It's not. Right? It's just not. All right? Enough already. All right. And so the rumor is that if it is a BBC funded season 3, I doubt it'll be with Shooting Gatwa, and it'll be like smaller stories. But if it is a season 3, it's going to be much queerer because he knows that's his last season he's ever doing, right? Essentially, for because the bubble has burst, mate. The bubble has finally burst. It's over. Right, sadly, it's over. Something else that's ended very well though, was Doctor Who season 25. I finally finished going through the Blu-ray set. It's the greatest show in the galaxy. What a wonderful piece of artwork this is by Sounds Myth Prod. Right, really. I mean, like if you're looking for a graphic designer, this is excellent work. Right, it really is excellent. Well, yeah, one of the things about this story is it's engendered somewhat of a deep love, and people do incredible artwork from it. Here's another one which is really nice. It doesn't have the credit on it, unfortunately, but again, I'm going to stick with this one. Right, so Greatest Show in the Galaxy. This was one of my all-time favorite stories ever. Right, we had an interesting season. Right, this was a rebuilding season for Doctor Who, and it rebuilt into something that I really genuinely liked. Something that had moved with the times and stayed absolutely authentic to Doctor Who. Right. Plus, you had Ian Reddington with a underwritten script being able to insert this incredible performance, which they beautifully captured on this poster. Right, and he did. He had a wonderfully creepy performance. And I like that he was a one-time villain and died in it. Anyway, so the reason I like the Sylvester McCoy era all being released now is you get to see its progression. Season 24 didn't know what they're doing. Andrew Cartmel was like, wait, he knew he wanted to lean more on like the comic book revolution that was going on at the time. Like he wanted Alan Moore or Grant Morrison to write stories. And so that's why season 24 had a very comic booky feel, I would say. This is more what it was going for. Season 25 had a very Judge Dredd feel, or I would say more Judge Dredd magazine feel, right? You had Judge Dredd, which was, again, it was dark, creepy, and dystopian. It was very dodgy in a lot of ways, but it was for kids. In the end, the magazine came along, and it was for older kids. It was for 16-year-olds, but it felt like it was for... it felt more grown up, right? Which is what this season of Doctor Who really did very well. They had Remembrance of the Daleks, I think, was a very traditional action adventure one, but again, it feels like it was pulled from the pages of 2000 AD. Right? It feels like Doctor Who made with the ethos of 2000 AD. And I think that actually really worked to its benefit. Then, much more so, Happiness Patrol and Helen A could have been drawn by, I don't know how to pronounce it, Carlos Esquiza, right? She is such a traditional Judge Dredd villain, right? Crazy Judge Dredd, over the top villain. Silver Nemesis didn't really work, but the most watchable version I've ever seen is in this Blu-ray box set where they got a cut down movie length version. It's about an hour long, and it cuts out all the really cringe stuff and puts in stuff I hadn't seen before, like Cybermats, which I really liked, and actually made it zip along very well. It doesn't fail as hard as it did before. This is absolutely its best version I've ever seen. And then we get into Greatest Show in the Galaxy, which is really, what can I say? This is like this. Okay, so we get Judge Dredd magazine, and then you turn the pages to a bit of a weirder out of their story. That is Greatest Show in the Galaxy, and it's very much the template for Doctor Who for the next, I don't know, this was 88, 90. It was very much template for the next 15 years, right, of what Doctor Who was. Like, there was like lots of disparate people or disparate things from different universes coming together in some kind of story or quest, usually to fight some kind of ancient evil or brought around by this ancient evil, which the Doctor had all this knowledge of. And again, it just really, really totally worked. Fantastic performance from Sylvester McCoy. One of my favourite parts of Doctor Who ever is when he strolls out of the circus tent after defeating the gods of Ragnarok, and it blows, sky high, and he doesn't flinch. Just excellent. And he showed what his Doctor was, right? It really demonstrated what is. Let me pull up that clip. Let's pull up that clip. Why not? Overhead doink. Look forward to Superman. Where is the Doctor Who? Greatest Show in the Galaxy. The greatest show in the galaxy. It was. This will be episode 4. They put new effects on this, but it didn't really need it. Mostly, I would say. Yeah. Oh, yes, man. Did I call that well? So you see the effect. The old ones were fine in my estimation. Excellent. Again, I love that Doctor. Right, I really do love that Doctor. So it's you. I'm sure you all know the story. There's a junk mail ad for the psychic circus. I guess I meant psychedelic circus. There's a hippie circus on this planet Seganax, and people come there, and it's kind of an allegory for Doctor Who. You have Wizkid turn up, and he's like, "Oh, it's not as good as it used to be, but I'm still very interested." Which is how he was seen as an avatar for fans, quite accurately, I would say. Chief Eddington's Chief Clown, just fantastic. Right, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, there was an accident when they're making this, and when everyone's in a cage, it like slammed down on his head and broke all his teeth. Like he had like real problem with it, man. But he just gave an excellent performance in this. Fantastic. So let's see what's on these discs. So the original episodes, okay, and then with upgraded effects. I could go either way. I will probably watch the upgraded effects. The commentary is by Sophie Order, Jessica Martin, and Christopher Gard, who played Bellboy. Sophie Order and Jessica Martin are really good friends, right? Writer Stephen Wyatt, Andrew Cartmel, and composer Marquez. I wouldn't mind listening to that. I probably, always have listened to that. Was Weird Kid supposed to be Chris Chibnall? Almost certainly. Oh my God, yes. If only got blown up instead. So the special edition where they have extra stuff they cut in, they do it quite well. That's on episodes 1 and 3 only. Making of documentary, it does its job. But again, you see the point where Ian Renton gets this thing smashed down on his head, right? And I love like the embrace of. Again, it subtly changed its outlook to. I want to say college students, or like sixth form students, right? That's how it changed, and I think it really very, very much worked. So behind the sofa, Jessica Martin joins Sophie Order and Sylvester McCoy, where it's what was it? Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and Wendy Padbury in a weird combination. And the weirdest combination that really, really, really genuinely works is Katie Manning and what's his name? Adric. Matthew. Well, here, let me pull up a clip of that. Because, like, you just watch 1 second of it and you know exactly what's going on.
Here we go.
Wait. Where's Katie Manning? Well, maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm thinking of season 15. I'm totally wrong. But okay, but the behind the sofa thing was the Normies liked it a lot. This was absolutely their favorite story of the season. And again, I think it was one of the most accomplished. Really, they tried to follow up several times in several different mediums, and for me, none of them have worked at all. Special edition, it's okay. It's the special edition of Remembrance is better. Of Happiness Rock is stunning, right? Makes that story stunning, and it makes the Silver Nemesis. It makes Silver Nemesis average. So you get model featurette. Look at the model work for the story, which I think they replaced with CGI mostly, haven't they? A mute compilation of effects, model effect footage, special effects featurette featuring new series effects supervisor Danny Hargreaves looks back at the practical effects of the classic theme. I never saw that. I have to watch that. That sounds really good. The famous Victoria Wood sketch, Knock Knock with Sophie Aldred. Yeah, Sophie was just like, I'll take any work, anything. And the very strange Psychic Circus music video coming soon. Battlefield, the season 26 trailer, which I prefer than the mini stories. Right, I really do prefer. Fine. So that, yeah, all that stuff. Again, it's it's a very solid disc of entertaining stuff. With a great story. What more can you possibly want? So then disc 8, you get a bunch of really, really good documentaries. Doctor Escape Room. Now, again, this is hosted by Emily Cook. And God bless her. I like Emily Cook a lot. I think she's a very, very good person. I think she's a clever person. I think she was wonderful to work out, to do the tweet-alongs, the watch-alongs together. So I genuine love and respect for her. She's a bit of an annoying cunt in this, though. And look, her presenting skills are, I would say, sub Blue Peter, right? Just sub Blue Peter, right? And I haven't seen it since the 70s or the 80s. So around there, right? But not... But then, so you got Sylvester McCoy, Sophie, and Bonnie Langford trying to work out the escape room. And you're like, oh, they can't work this out. It's so simple. I'm like, no, it's not. Oh, you're being... And she really is being annoying and condescending through the whole thing. Can't find that. It really is like... I'm like, what are you doing? Don't be... You really are being an annoying, condescending cunt. Doctor Escape Room. Here you go. Right. So I'm going to show you a bit of an introduction. Yeah, so again... Everybody can start at a weak place and then progress and get better. I'm not saying just like for right now, Emily, again, you've done a lot of good for Doctor Who fandom, so I'm not going to like take a shit on you, even though I kind of am. And I don't mean it out of malice. I just, my honest review is you're not really cooked there, but this is how you get cooked. So I hope you end up wherever you want, but just check it out.
Behind this door, we've designed a fiendish escape room purely for the collection Blu-ray range.
All right, fine. It's funnier when she's like sitting in the back room commenting, right? Which is like, oh, they can't work it out. I'm like, fuck you! Is that it? Yeah.
That's very good.
These are all monsters then.
It's fine. Sylvester's given up, but he was so close on the green to red
Do you
king.
think if we
Exactly. Okay, it's so annoying, right? That's what's just like all the way through it. However, I thought that feature was going to be about 20 minutes long, and it's like an hour and 10 minutes. I just watched the whole thing. I'll kind of transflex from all of it. Then she has another documentary, The Collectibles, the 1980s. I like this a lot because it was very much my era, and I recognized it, so it was a lot of fun. Location footage, I always find that boring. Tomorrow's World Christmas quiz. Sylvester McCoy appears in costume. Special TV broadcast. Open air. Sylvester McCoy and Matt Irving. And they were on open air all the bloody time. Sylvester McCoy during that era. I think you can put that down to John Nathan Turner being very good at promoting. Right? Panopticon. First interviews with Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred from 93 and 98. Man, I wish it was 90. I think it was 1990 was when I was in Panopticon. Right, that was awesome when he came out. Oh God! Like when they were introducing him, there was a TARDIS on stage, and then smoke started billowing out the door, and he came out and did the whole bit of shtick. It's just really great, right? It was really, really great. So season 25 box set. Oh God! For me, the hugest of huge recommends. It is so freaking good, right? It is relentlessly good. So and Greatest Show, probably the best story in there. A lot of people prefer what's it called then? Remembrance of the Daleks, but Greatest Show is so original in its own thing, right? I really liked Happiness Patrol as well, especially the new edition. It was absolutely fantastic. Fan Dabby, double dozy. Fine. I'm going to wrap up in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say we covered it. Russ Davies doubles down on the quiz. Yes, we got that season 7 Blu-ray announcement. Yes, we talked about that. Bit of a damn squib. I'm very annoyed about the lack of T-Rex. Right? Superman trailer. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's so good. Right? It delivers everything I wanted in every way. So it's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I'm gonna head off into the sunset. I'm back on Saturday night, and I'm probably almost certainly going to be on Dan's channel, also talking about the Superman trailer, which was gorgeous. Oh, it was again. Let's just look at the crypto bit again because I just love it so much. Oh man, I just like them. To tell you, I'm quite proud to tell you. Where is it? Don't. Superman official trailer. This is such a great thing to sign off on. I love it. Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. Whistling for him. Here he comes. Oh.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Oh, I love it. I really can't quite express how much I love it. I really genuinely love it. I hope it makes my expectations. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning. The time they killed off Doctor Who, Dan's got a stream starting in an hour. Fine, no, it's a video. I don't know. He's got something starting in an hour. I guess I will go and prepare for that. Oh, good, my loins, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again and say good night, good luck, and